Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. Thank you again for joining me and happy 4th of July. The hubby and I decided to stay in because, as I mentioned before, my hubby was in the military for a long time, so the boom seemed to be a little bit too much, but that's okay because I'm here with my furry babies. They're petrified, they're in the room, so if you hear them walking around or snoring, then that's why, because they're in here with me. Anyway, today I'm going to do a little bit of a different video. As I mentioned before, I am 46 years old, and lately I've been having some of my clients asking me what are my favorite products that I like to use and what works for me, and these are some of the things that I like to use on some of my clients, and it actually works for them too. So let's just jump right in, and the first thing I'm going to start off is with my moisturizers. I actually received some of these, and I think it was my Allure box, and this is the Pharmacy Sleep Tight and the Rise and Shine. I actually just received the Sleep Tight. This stuff has made a huge, oopsie, I almost broke them. This has made a huge difference in my skin. I've been using it for over a month, maybe 2 months now, and I'm absolutely in love with it. You could actually get like a box of all the samples that they have for I think $45 at Sephora. This has made a huge difference in my skin. Like I said, my skin the texture is different. It's for anti-aging. It just is nice and bright, and I absolutely love it. I have oily skin, like I said before, so this works really well for me. I do have a friend that bought it, and she has dry skin, so the Sleep Tight works really well for her, but the Rise and Shine is a little bit like it's not enough moisture for her. So just to put that out there. All right, the next thing that I like to use is, let me put this out there. When before you apply your foundation, make sure that you actually have like the right kind of moisturizers and primers for your skin type, because that does make a huge difference. Another thing that I like to use to prime the face is the Nivea Men Shave Balm by Nivea. The Nivea Men Post Shave Balm for sensitive skin. All right, so I love this stuff. I love to use it on myself, on my clients. It does make a huge difference in the skin. I do have like a ton of different primers and stuff, but this seems to be my go-to because the makeup sticks. It goes on and it's a little tacky and you're gonna smell like a dude for a second, but the makeup sticks on. It kind of like has that blurring effect to the skin. It seems to kind of fill in a little bit of the pores. That just seems to be my opinion, and every time I work with the mamas at the weddings, I love working with the mamas. They always ask me what I prime their face with. This is it. Love it. All right, so going into foundations, some of my favorite foundations, sorry for my reach here, is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation. I have really oily skin, and this tends to keep me nice and matte, as you could see. I don't come home looking like a major grease ball, and I still have my foundation on, which is a big deal for me because I work outside all the time. So I absolutely love this. Now, I think this actually works better if you have oily skin, because the dry skin, it's a little bit harder to blend in. So I just want to put that out there. Another one that I really like is the Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1. I really like this stuff. It's a little bit on the heavier side. Some of my clients, you know, they have a little bit of the age spots going and stuff like that, and they kind of want to hide that. So this is actually really, really nice. I apply it in the back of my hand and then I put it to my face. I don't really do that for my clients, but I do like to warm it up a little bit, and it goes on really nice and smooth, a little bit more sheerer, so it covers everything. So this is another favorite. It does stay on for a really, really long time. When I've, used it before and I sweat a little bit, it doesn't streak. So this is really good. You could actually get this at CVS. Some CVS has it and some of them don't. So it's really weird because they don't carry it all the time, but this is great. Now, my absolutely go-to that I know it's never gonna fail is my Tarte, the Amazonian Day Full Coverage Foundation. This is my absolute favorite. It leaves your skin like a little velvety. It covers really well, and it stays on all day long, and it's just so delicious to work for, and it goes really, really well with this Nivea. I mean, when I put these two together, you get like this amazing coverage and this amazing velvety skin. So that's my favorite now. sticking to it. All right, the next thing that I like to do, I like to have a concealer that's not going to get creasy underneath my eyes, because that's the thing that happens with my skin. I get a lot of creases, the foundations, the concealers settle into my lines and they start screaming out there that I'm 40 something years old, and I don't like that. So this is awesome. This is the Camouflage Secret Concealer in SC3. It's a little bit drier. It has a nice little mirror. It has 2 different colors. So this is great for like spots on, like if you're going out and something happened and you know, you wipe your face, because I do it all the time, and I have to go in and kind of like, you know, kind of fix something really quick. This is great for this. But for concealing, it's really nice. It's a little bit on the drier side, but that's what I like about it, because it doesn't like get underneath my creases and settle. I hate that. So this actually works really well for me. I don't have to worry about it creasing. Love it. All right. So the next thing that I really like is the Mercier Loose Setting Powder Translucent. Now this thing is finely milled. My table is shaking because my puppy is right underneath it. This is like finely milled and it is so wonderful. It makes your skin look flawless. Like it changes everything. You pat that on with a poofy or with a sponge or your brush or whatever, and your skin's gonna look absolutely flawless. This is definitely one of my favorites, and it is just really nice and light, as you could see, and it does keep you really nice and matte. All right, so the next thing that is like a major must to set that concealer and stuff underneath your eyes and keep it from creasing all day long is the Mercier Secret Brightening Powder, and it just comes in this little container. It doesn't come any bigger than that. I wish it did, because I'm constantly buying it. This is the only one that they have, and it's white. And yes, you kind of have to be careful, because when you apply, if you apply too much, then you're gonna look kind of like a little raccoon down there. So you have to be careful how much you put. It's not, you could bake with it, but really lightly. You can't go to town and put like a whole ton underneath, because it's gonna be way too much. A little bit goes a long way, and I promise this will keep you from like creasing. It'll keep you nice and bright. I actually did a job and I was playing with one of my clients and I put it on her. She came back, she was telling everybody about it. She's like, I took a nap, I went around, blah, blah, blah. And it was just nice and bright underneath and it stayed. So this is definitely a must have. All right. So the next thing that I like to do after I apply all that, and you know what? If you decide to skip on this, this is actually really nice. This is the Hourglass Ambient powders. There's 3 different colors and there's a nice mirror, so it's nice to just kind of stick it in your bag. I love this stuff. This stuff is so beautiful. If you don't want your face to look super powdery, but you're not really a highlighter person and you want a little bit of silkiness to your skin, this is definitely going to be your product. It is so beautiful. It's a little bit pricier. I think it's like 60 bucks, but it's well worth it and lasts a long time, and you get 3 different shades. I'm actually going to put just a little bit on my nose right here so you could see. See how there's just a little bit of a sheen? My eyelash are driving me nuts. See how there's just a little bit of a sheen to my nose? That's what's gonna happen to your whole face with this. I just kind of grab a brush, just kind of go over the whole thing, and then just start applying it all over my face. I mean, whatever. You're gonna get this a gorgeous sheen. It's just gonna be really nice and dewy. It's not gonna be too much. So that's another favorite. All right, another one that I really like is the Beauty and the Beast blushes. I love these blushes. I thought I wasn't gonna like them because the colors are too light, but they're gorgeous. I mean, look at that. They're so pretty. And I really love like layering these colors. Like I'll put this one on, this one right here, the light one, and then I go in with this darker color right here. See how pretty that looks? Oh God, it's a little powdery. And if you want, there's a little bit of a shiner right here. I call it shiner. And it's not white, it's a little bit golden, so it's just really pretty. You can even put some up on your, I was gonna try to look in the mirror, but what the heck, I'll just do it right here. See how I just add a little bit to my brow bone? This is definitely a must. If you could get your hands on it, it's available now. Go get it, girls, because it's gorgeous. I think my cheeks are off, but anyway. All right, another thing that I really, really love is my Tartelette in Bloom. I work with a photographer. She does not like shimmer. I love shimmer. I don't care how old you are. You could put a little bit of shimmer because it just gives you a little bit of a youthful look. So I bought this specifically with my friend who's a photographer in mind because she doesn't like anybody to have any kind of shimmer on their face. But this has the most beautiful, I'm always blinding you people, has the most beautiful like matte colors. I don't even know how to hold it. I mean, look at that. It's definitely right here. It's definitely my favorite. There's a couple of shimmers. There's 3 shimmers, only 3 shimmers. These colors work well on everybody. Different skin tones, not your well, these colors right here, if you're darker, have darker skin tone, these colors will work for you, especially if you add a little bit of the Fix Plus. But these colors will work on everybody. And then if you feel sassy and you want to add a little bit of this shimmer, I like to apply, I'm going to do it with my finger. I like to apply it right here in the ball of my eyeball, so that it's not too much. You don't have shimmer all over the place, but just a little bit of a hint of it. So this is oh God, it smells like vanilla. I love it. So anyway, this is another go-to that I absolutely love. All right, another one that it's a must-have for me is the Butter Bronzer by Physicians formula. Now, if you want to bronze your face, but you're not too sure about it, because some people are afraid of bronzing, because you see people out there and they have way too much and they look a little cuckoo-doo, this is perfect. This is a perfect like beginner bronzer is what I call it, because it's not too much. It smells like heaven and you just want to dig your fingers in it and eat it. Well, that's how I feel about it anyway. So it's so pretty. It's nice and soft. It's not going to make your face look dirty, because you have to be careful with bronzer out there. It can make your face look dirty, and that's not good. So I just like to apply a little bit. I have a little bit on the perimeter of my face, and then I just kind of like to hug my cheeks right here. Just hug them a little bit underneath your jawline. Don't forget your neck, because it's always lighter than the rest of your body. I hate that I have all this sun, you know, like sunburn, whatever. I hate that, because but you know, I was naughty the other day and I forgot to put sunblock. But anyway, as you can see, it's just a little bit of like a bronzy look. It's not too much. It's just enough. And if you're a beginner, this is definitely the way to go. And you could get this, or you could pretty much get this anywhere. It's under $16. It's a little bit pricier for the drugstore, but it's well worth it. All right, another one that I love is the Tarte. Let's see, what is the name of this? Okay, Tarte Lip Sculptor. I got these during the holidays. They were 4 in a pack for $34, and I should have bought more than just one. These are definitely my go-tos. I love these because on one side there's a lipstick, and these are for myself and for my women over 40. Actually, my girls under 40 too, but my women under 40 love these. They're always, where did you get that? What did you use on me? This is perfect because look at these colors. And there's actually 2 more, but I ran out of them, so I have to go get them. But look how gorgeous. This pretty much goes on any kind of skin, any skin tone. You know, light, medium, dark, it works on everybody. And the beauty of it is that if you don't just like this really nice moisturizing color with a little bit of a sheen to it, you turn it around and you have this gorgeous lip gloss. So they all have lip glosses. So this is really handy for when you go on the run, take off, and you have both of them right there. This is perfect. All right, so I mentioned the concealer, but now I'm gonna mention an eye brightener. So if you're a little darker underneath your eyes and the concealer's just not enough, LA Girl, and I don't have it right now. Darn it, I'm always missing something. Anyway, LA Girl has great correctors and they're under $5. They're available at Ulta or any beauty supply store, pretty much around here. So I don't know in your hometown, but you know, Ulta is definitely carrying them. But another one that I really like is this Brightener Concealer by Benefit. I really, really like this. I actually like to use it on everybody. A little bit goes a long way because I really like the eyes to be a little bit bright. So I'm going to go ahead and apply this so that you could see what it looks like. I guess I'll just use this right here. And I just add like a little bit. And see how it just brightens up underneath your eye? I actually like to carry this underneath my purse. I like to carry this in my purse. So there you go. Look at that. Really, really pretty. I believe they're like $20 too. They have this like whole, you know, I did actually a review on a ton of them, but I love this eye brightener. It's beautiful. It's nice and soft. It's not too much, and I love it. All right, so now for brows. I love my Anastasia and I love my NYX Micro, and this just happens to be the one I have right now in front of me, which is a Loreal Sculpting. It has a little spoolie in the end, and it has like a little clicker, and you just kind of roll the little pencil whatever out of it. But I really like these because they're not heavily pigmented. Now, as you know, we're a little older. We just want to look nice and fresh and pretty. We don't want to look like we're overly made up, which if that's what you like, there's nothing wrong with it. But I just like to look like I'm not too made up. My eyebrows, I really like them nice and soft. I don't like them like I took a marker and did all this crazy stuff to them. So this is a nice pencil. It's not heavily pigmented, so you can't, it's kind of like goof proof too. You can't really go wrong with this. I just like to kind of feather it in and just go over it with the spoolie. So this is really, really nice. Now, eyeliners. Again, Anastasia Beverly Hills. I love Japonesque. There's tons of eyeliners out there that are great, but this is one that I just discovered. And Pixie's been around for a while. You could get it at Target, but I went into TJ Maxx. Don't forget to check out your TJ Maxx's because sometimes they have like these great things that you'll spend $20 or more. And I actually bought this for $2.99, so that's actually pretty good. I have a client, she's always on the run. She's like, I want to go, you know, into work nice and soft, but in the evenings, usually she says she goes out for cocktails or whatever. She wants something she can throw in her purse and just kind of fix up. Well, this is perfect. I actually told her about this. Okay, so this is the eyeliner. It's a deep chocolate. And then, so you could just apply it on the top, normal. But then it has a little smudger on the other side. Actually, it's not even the other side, because on the other side there's like another little sponge, and you could just kind of like blend everything in. But there's this little smudger right here, and it has eyeshadow on it. So you could just go underneath the eyes and just kind of smoke yourself out a little bit, and then you're like sexy sassy for the evening. So this is awesome, and it's not too dark or anything like that. It's just gonna make you look really nice and soft smoke. So this is a great product, and I absolutely love it. Now, to kind of mesh everything in, I really like the Smashbox Primer Water. I'm obsessed with this because it just kind of, you know, as soon as you spray it onto your face, it just kind of blends everything in, and you don't look super powdery, and it stays on, and it's just really nice. I love setting sprays, but this just happens to be one of my favorites at the moment. Anyway, I think that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'm definitely going to be bringing back more of these videos. If you like it, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe, and I will see you on my next video. Bye!